I'm Jenny Reinhardt. I'm the assistant cross-country coach here in Wallowa County, and I'm the assistant track coach for Enterprise and Wallowa Co-op team. My previous job was with the Forest Service. I retired from the Forest Service, and I was a assistant fire management officer, and I did the fuels and fire behavior part of the job and wrote environmental assessments, which entailed writing air quality assessments on smoke emissions and wildfire emissions and doing comparisons. And part of my job was to be involved in interdisciplinary teams with the other resources such as wildlife and botany, and I handled all the prescribed burning side of the program, and did all the burn plan writing and everything for the prescribed fire. A lot of that entailed writing fire behavior analysis and understanding the fuels and how weather impacts how much emissions will be released during certain times of the year. And so there was a lot of calculations involved in figuring out when was the best time to do any prescribed burning and have lower emissions. Wildfires occur during the summer months when the fuels are the driest and there's less likelihood of being able to control those fires. Whereas prescribed burning, you can do prep work, you can do some analysis, you can monitor the fuels to where you get it to where the fuel moisture, the moisture in the fuels is ideal for prescribed burning and able to control the prescribed fires when you ignite them. So some of the processes that we go through, we basically, when it comes to cross-country track, we adhere to the OSAA, Oregon State Athletic Association's guidelines, which is also linked to the Air Quality and DEQ's website. So what we do is we get on health and safety on the OSAA website, and there's the Air Now and Purple Air links that provide us with the air quality indexes for each day. And so what we have to do is we have to go in and look at the index, and there's a table in there for us to reference. And for instance, 50 to 100 is an okay day to go out and work out. 100 to 150 is all right to work out, but they recommend us move to a place where there's less smoke so we can relocate and go somewhere else to work out. And then anything over 150 is totally indoors. The 50 to 100 does talk about smoke sensitive kids that have asthma or something. And so anytime we have any type of smoke impacts, we do take the kids that have asthma and tell them to stay inside. They can go run in a gym on a treadmill or at home, but don't go outside to work out. And then once it gets over 150, we really don't have anybody running outside at all. And it pretty much gets shut down statewide. So last fall what we did is we would monitor the statewide air quality indexes based off of OSAA. The other thing, but having the background with the Forest Service and prescribed burning, there are some remote air quality stations located throughout the state, and one of them is here in Enterprise. And so I got on that website and I looked at the here and now smoke indexes off that station. Well, what happened was when I did that, the fire camp also had one in Joseph, so I had two stations to reference. I took that information, and what we did is me and Dan Moody, the head coach, talked to the athletic director, showed her all the data, showed her what we had, and then we talk about whether or not we should be running outside. We did cancel practice a couple days last fall because of air quality, and then there were a couple days where it was smoky here in the valley up in Enterprise Joseph, but it wasn't smoky down toward Wallowa, and so we just moved practice there.
My name is Dan Moody. I'm the head cross country and track coach here at Enterprise in Wallowa County, and talking about our meet at Wallowa Lake. That's been after 2 years, the 2 years that we have had it. We've had four forest fires around here, both years, and luckily and thankfully we were able to pull the meets off both days because of just weather conditions, and things improved it, especially last year. Right up to the end, we lost two really good teams because I guaranteed them that the meet was going to happen, and because of the storms coming in that we had, and we did we had four smoke area, index deals that we checked all the time, and everything was going down and down and down. And then Thursday night, before our meet, we got a very good rainstorm, and which totally just pretty much wiped out the smoke, and fires were shut down. And it happened to be a fantastic day. And for those teams that did show up, they had another tremendous meet at our Wallowa Lake Invitational. So.
My name is Maddie Nordvet. I'm a senior at Enterprise High School. I run cross country for my high school, as well as I run the 800, the 400, and last year I ran both relays, but we'll see about this year. So to start out, if it was just a little bit smoky, our workouts would be much shorter, and they would always be at a lower elevation. We never went up to the slope. We never did any hills or anything. As soon as it got to be super smoky, they flat out would just cancel practice. Unfortunately, we didn't have any treadmills in our gym or anything like that. Me last year, I did the stupid thing and I ran on my own anyways, and I actually contracted bronchitis, and I had bronchitis for my senior year cross country season. So it's better to stay indoors and take a break than run in the smoke.
Hi, I'm Roan Flynn, and I'm a senior at Enterprise High School. I ran cross country last fall, and this year for track, I'm doing the 300-meter hurdles, the 110-meter hurdles, and I'm doing long jump. So during the wildfires, a lot changed. We started doing less workouts, and sometimes we had to do a lot of workouts indoors. And the workouts that we did do outside were really uncomfortable. You could definitely feel the smoke in your lungs, and just going outside and seeing ash falling down around you is not really a sight you want to see as a student athlete. And so it really impacted our program and all of the athletes as a whole.